So today we're looking at a device with an interesting achievement. Apparently, the Note 12 from Infinix is the world's thinnest 120 watt fast charging smartphone, but it also just happens to be a really affordable phone. It'll start around $200, but then there's an upgraded model VIP with a different spec sheet, and that'll be a little bit more. 256 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. Oh yeah, see, mine says VIP in that location right there. 4,500 milliamp hour battery, Android 12, 16 megapixel front camera, 108 megapixel on the rear, 6.67 FHD AMOLED with 120 hertz refresh, 1080 by 2400. But the key characteristic for me is this 120 watt charging, which we're going to test out. Apparently it can recharge this 4,500 milliamp hour battery in something like 17 minutes. Charge fast, 103 protection features. Some have concerns around this very rapid charging. Manufacturers have taken the safety considerations into account, and they've built in fail-safes in order to avoid meltdowns. AMOLED plus 120 hertz. This is going to be capable of doing some gaming. Got that fast refresh. 108 megapixel cinemagic triple camera, and it's packing a MediaTek Helio G96 ultra gaming processor is what they're calling it. The device has a somewhat boxy design, flat edges on the sides, a little bit of a gradient effect, this bluish, silverish hue to it, and then a large cutout section for your camera setup. And as you can see, there's 3 separate camera units there, as well as a flash. You have your volume rocker as well as your power switch. There are slightly different rays to it. The buttons are distinctive, so you should be able to tell the difference without actually looking at them. It's a fingerprint scanner here. So that also explains why you would have a slightly different layout for that particular button. So you'll unlock right on the thumb. Other side of the device is your SIM tray. On the bottom is your Type-C port for that 120 watt fast charging, and you still have a analog audio output, so you can hook up some headphones via mini jack if you choose to. Display actually looks pretty good. It has a fairly aggressive, decent screen to body ratio considering the price point, that there'll be a starting price around 200, and this particular spec is probably going to be around 300. So you have a symmetrical design on the front with the front facing camera in the center. You can actually see your earpiece up above that. It's a very flat edge to it. Sometimes you have larger phones which will curve around the edge. Obviously, we've seen many of those. Others prefer a blockier grip. You know where your grip ends and where the display starts. Also in the package, look at that, take the lead. I guess they're gonna, ooh, you got a bunch of fancy stickers. Mo's always a fan of the sticker packs. He might put these on his forehead or something, I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. With Infinix, you have the $1 special club you can join using your X Gold. Oh, wow. A glass screen protector. That is unusual in 2022, but you will definitely take it. And then also a little case, clear plastic case. Just something to protect your device right out of the box. Now, the most important extra in here is this absolute beast, 120 watt capable, can recharge 4,500 milliamp hour battery in here in about 17 minutes. And Infinix claims that this is the thinnest device capable of charging at this particular rate. And you might be wondering, well, why would you advertise a specification like that? Well, it's obviously because you have things like heat that are generated from this particular endeavor. Maybe you would have to have a slightly larger chassis in order to deal with that. So there's some engineering going on here to have that capability packed into a housing that is also thin. So there is a headset, microphone, headset, simple stuff, versatile. Your Type-C cable, once again, to take advantage of this particular charge. Really amazing, like what's happened with smartphones at this particular price point, how decent they are. You can see I've got 120. It's also a really lightweight phone in your pocket. It is certainly not a brick considering the screen size. There's also always on display capability. What is Ultra Touch? You can actually change the speed of motion from normal to fast. I'm gonna go to ultra fast. Now let's see what kind of madness I'm dealing with. Oh, very well. Yes, intense. The display is so responsible for your feeling of speed on the device now that processors are all like relatively decent at this point. There is a fingerprint scanner. There's also face unlock, so you have a little bit of versatility there. Now, the fingerprint is actually on the power switch on the right-hand side because that's where your thumb naturally goes. This has not really been a thing that has ever bothered me having it over here as opposed to in display. Yeah, let's go ahead and, yeah. Okay, so the world's first that they're speaking about is relating to the ability to recharge the battery in its entirety in 17 minutes. I do want to check out the charge animation. Then what I'll do is I'll play some games on it, deplete the battery all the way down to 0, and we'll run a timer to see how close we are to that stated 17 minutes to go from 0 to 100% on a phone that starts at $200 that has a 4,500 milliamp hour battery. As you know, with these fast chargers, they charge up fastest at the very beginning and then slow down towards the end. Oh, there you go. We have our decimal point, which is, of course, the part that I'm always looking for with a fast charger, because then you can watch it go up in real time. Look at this. It realizes it's on the 120 watt and then 0.7, 9. Oh, you also get a little indicator up top that you're charging fast. You know what indicator you would have for such a thing? You would have a lightning bolt, a tiny little lightning bolt. Nothing says speed like a lightning bolt. Isn't that Flash? Isn't he a lightning bolt, or he has a lightning bolt? That's a lot of screen. That's a screen to body ratio right there. Look at that. Nice little rectangle talking about owls over on Lou Later. This is big news right here. Okay, why am I charging this? I'm already up to 68%. I need to deplete it all the way down, so I'm going to install some games right now, get it to 0, and then we'll do the real test. Woo! Reload at a bad time. Let's go. Bad time. Ah! Was putting some bullets out there. Ah! Oh, that's the best. You respawn and just get killed from behind. Woo! Let's go. Bad shooting from him. Bad shooting from me. I need to go down the sights. That's better. Oh! Oh! Easiest kill ever. Timing that reload is key. Oh! Yeah, you can game on this device. I'm doing the bullet force, 120 hertz, AMOLED. It looks good. I'm checking how much it's heating up. It's not too bad. And it's a lightweight device, so you can hold it for extended periods. Plus, you have the analog audio jack, so when you connect your headset, you've got good audio with no latency, so that's nice. You're able to get 17-minute full recharge at 120 watts. But in order to do that, you must first enable furious modes. Now, after you've enabled furious mode, there's gonna be obviously a little bit of heat generation because you're maxing out that recharge. However, there's many safety features inside of here to ensure that it's not going to cause you any issues. Now, you're going to need to decide if you really need to have furious mode enabled, if you want the absolute fastest charge speed possible. Honestly, even with it toggled off, you're still able to recharge extremely fast. It's like 20 minutes instead of 17. So I think for most people, they're probably gonna leave that off. But certainly for the purpose of this video, we're gonna showcase it enabled so you can see the quickest recharge possible on this slender device. So there you have it. You got to see the unboxing and setup of the new Infinix Note 12 VIP, the world's slimmest 120 watt fast charging smartphone with a budget price. If you want any more information on this, check the links down in the description.